Hello everybody and welcome to another Path of Exile video. Today we're doing a build review. We are playing the Reaper build, just Summon Reaper. This is a minion build on a Juggernaut. It's just pretty cool because with the changes they did in Path of Exile, with adding a lot of the minion stuff to items, this makes it very viable to play minions on different ascendancies and classes. So we are playing on the Juggernaut. The reason why is because the Juggernaut is extremely tanky. We have 63k armor. Our resistances is 84, 86, but I do have to have some endurance charges in order to get that up. My chaos resistance is at 20%, and with flash we're at 55%. So we are also sitting at 93k armor, and then with molten shell we have 100,000 armor. Now with this we utilize Unbreakable, which gives us 8% of armor, applies a fire, cold, lightning damage taken from hits. So on top of the high damage, physical damage reduction, we also have a high amount of elemental resistance damage reduction as well. So all in all, the build is very tanky, and also the build does a very high amount of damage, especially versus single target. So the way the build is able to be viable for mapping, we do use the Azonoth's Gentle Touch, and this gives us some AoE clear when we are mapping. We do use Summon Raging Spirit setup. The builds that I've seen on PoE Ninja was using Summon Skeletons. I think these are much more efficient, they're quicker, they attack faster, and they can do melee splash. Easy to summon, and they do a decent amount of damage. On top of that, we do stack our Ghastly Jewels. We use a Brutal Restraint as well. And we stack our Ghastly Jewels to use with the Amanamu's Gaze, which gives us even more damage over time. So nonetheless, the build is very tanky. This is kind of the skill tree of it. I'll link the POB in the description. And so first off, let's get right into a map. I've prepared this map so that we can showcase clear and also fighting a little boss at the end, so you guys can kind of see how the build operates. Nonetheless, the build is very comfortable in my opinion. Mapping is very smooth. I don't have to worry about dying because of how tanky it is. And overall, I feel like the build is a well-rounded build, and I'm surprised more people aren't actually playing it. Okay. So essentially what we're doing is when we cast our Raging Spirits, it also casts our Ensnaring Arrow, which gives us additional damage. The monsters are extremely slow with Temporal Chains. Vulnerability, Curse gives us more damage. We also have Haste, Termination, and Purity of Elements. So we're ailment immune. We don't have to worry about any kind of ailments. And then we have our Malevolence with a Divine Blessing set up, which is very great. This is all very smooth because we are using Devouring Diadem, which also gives us some recovery and survivability. The life regain on this build is insane. I mean, it's very hard to die on this build. You have to really be not paying attention. Oh, that is very satisfying. Very nice, very nice. All right. So we got a expedition here. We'll go ahead and pop this expedition and see how it goes. Grab this. Okay. Pack size, some resistance, we don't care about that. Just grab some of these. Reduce damage. Alright. This is very nice. You know what? This really actually surprised me. And I did this earlier in the league as well. I just kind of go on POB and just look up skills that I like or enjoyed or played before, and I just check out the POB and decide if I want to play the skill or not. And I did find an EK build earlier, Ethereal Knives, and it was the one that used the Gloom Fang. And the guy that had the build up on PoE Ninjas, his name was Top Secret Meta Build. So I actually have switched from Lightning Conduit to that build early in the league, and that build was surprisingly really good as well. So I just like to search on PoE Ninja and just kind of find some skills that I want to play and see if anybody's actually got it working. Alright. Keep in mind, this is with monsters has 47% more monster life. And they're dying that quickly. That's really good. %47 more monster life. Look at that. That's pretty good. Very nice. Alright guys, so that's a little showcase of mapping on this build. Very impressive. So we have good mapping, and the boss damage is really good, and the survivability is top notch. So when you're bossing, you're not going to be dying, and you can get even more survivability with Indomitable Resolve, I believe, or the Juggernaut's secret ascendancy that you get from Uber Exarch and Uber Eater of Worlds. Oh, I just love how the Raging Spirits attacks. It looks very nice when you're mapping. Boom. You see the whole pack explode. Look at that. Boom. Okay. Very simple build. Highly efficient. Very strong. This build can do Ubers as well, because the damage is very high and the survivability is really good. You'll have no trouble in Ubers with this build. The next thing I'll be trying is actually a Simulacrum and see how that goes. Alright, so there we have it. Summon Reaper. A very impressive build that not many people know about. If you've always wanted to try out the Reaper, or maybe you're just looking for a new build to finish the season off, here you go. Maybe you'll enjoy this build. Not bad. Clever use of items as well, because when you summon your Raging Spirits, they are considered a spell. Triggers your Ensnaring Arrow, slows the movement, increases your bleed damage, survivability. Yeah, everything about this build is really good. And it's not very expensive. The bow cost me 15 divines. This cost me 5 divines. This cost me 8 divines. So 28. This cost me 3. 33 divines. This cost me 8. 6 to 8. So overall, you probably would need about 40 to 50 divines to get everything rolling. I bought this for 3 divines, which isn't even the Best one you can get. You probably want to get one with life on it, just so you can improve your survivability. But yeah, build costs about 40 to 50 divines. Can do all content. Very tanky, very high single target damage. Good clear on your maps. Like, the mapping is very laid back. You don't have to worry about pressing a lot of buttons. You know, you just zoom through. Alright guys, that'll be it for this video. I'll give the clear a 7 out of 10 because it isn't extraordinary as you know, tornado shot and things like lightning strike. You know, builds that are built to clear maps and speed and zoom through maps, so it's not top tier mapping. Boss damage or bossing, I give it a 10-10 because the damage of the Reaper to single target is extraordinarily high, and you're extremely tanky, so you don't have a lot of issues with dying to mechanics of the bosses, other than the ones that are meant to kill you, that are one shot. And yeah, bossing, I'll give it a 10-10. Mapping, a 6 out of 10. Survivability, 10-10. You get a lot of resistances, you get a lot of damage reduction. Survivability is insane, and it's amazing that it works on the Juggernaut, which is really cool. So ever since they changed the Juggernaut ascendancy and this minion change, we're seeing a lot of new styles of builds being utilized with the Juggernaut, armor stacking, aura stacking, things like that. So overall, I give this build an 8 out of 10. Fantastic build. Works very well, not very expensive. 40 to 50 divines isn't very expensive for what this build can do. You can pretty much do all content in the game with this build. And yeah, great build. So far I'm enjoying it a lot. And let me know in the comments if you guys find this helpful. If you do, remember to drop a like on the video. Gently tap the like button. And tune in. Well, also subscribe if you like videos like this, because I do like to show off a lot of builds, let people see how it operates, maybe add my own twist to it. Like with this, I added my own twist to it because I use Summon Raging Spirits. I think it's a better option than the skeletons, so we use that. Alright, remember to subscribe if you like these kind of content, and I also try to do like some cinematic type of videos in short format as well for Path of Exile. And yeah, until next time, everybody have a great day. Comment, gently tap that like button, and take care. Peace.